Hi, Tesla admits that their fully self-driving robotaxis are going to be sometimes driven by some remote people. Wired reports that Tesla's autonomous driving services are going to have remote workers who can tap in if an emergency happens, or if the car gets stuck on the road, or if it can't decide what to do. While I think this might be a good idea for some backup security in this early stages of self-driving cars, this also reminds me that we are not ready to do this. Driving a car remotely, maybe with a gamepad from a screen with latency, that seems a little bit crazy to me right now, because you can't do some high-speed maneuvers with that. But Tesla says their robotaxis are only going to be remotely controlled with the speeds that are below 10 miles per hour. Another thing that is not clear is they are not going to be sharing how frequent these remote controls are going to happen. And there is not going to be an indication to the passenger if their car is controlled by a remote worker. To be clear, this is not about the Tesla cars you currently own yourself. In USA, a congressperson and their team are investigating these autonomous driving services like robotaxis of Tesla to get a hold of what we should expect as security, as safety of the passengers, and what is really autonomous here. Are the cars ready for the roads? Well, I think they are currently not. There's tons of footage of people getting stuck in Waymos. There's also Teslas with full self-driving, driving people into some dangerous situations, which is why its name still has the supervised in parentheses here. You need to supervise the cars because they are not ready. I think the idea of self-driving cars is an overall good thing for the humanity, because less crashes, more practicality when you can't drive your car, or when you can't park your car, you don't have time for that. Also solving the traffic problem, like there is going to be less traffic if everyone just moves with more coordination. And if the car can maneuver you out of any dangerous crashes or situations, that's really good, because we still have lots of car crashes every day. And it is not even about you. Some impatient or a drunk person can just crash into you, and you might not see that. And if your car can save you from that situation, that's a good thing. So I think Tesla is doing a very good thing about leading the technology to the future. But their marketing about it, like saying that, oh, it is going to be ready the next year, the next year, the next year. Elon Musk has been saying that it is going to be ready next year for the last 10 years. And with robotaxis trying to show them as a full self-driving experience, but actually covering up the remote drivers behind the scenes, it doesn't make sense to me. Why would you even want to cover that? Because it seems like it's a safety feature. Like, make that clear in your advertising. Oh, we have backup remote workers, by the way. They can just check if your taxi is working correctly. I feel like more passengers can feel safe if their car is supervised by a remote worker. And if there's an indicator that a remote worker is currently controlling or just viewing the cameras in the car, obviously not the interior cameras, the outside cameras, like people who are going to try these technologies for the first time might feel safer. But just to raise your stock value, if you are going to keep lying about this, I don't think I'm going to trust you with your technology. And I talked about this in the older videos of mine. You can check them out if you want. So always over-promising and under-delivering and false marketing, it is not really my thing. And also in my heart, I feel like my manual transmission car is just a really good feeling when driving to the next city. But for the practicality of regular life and city traffic, we need self-driving cars, and we need them as transparent as possible and near perfect. If they are not ready for that, please don't do it. So overall, I think in the early stages of self-driving cars, for the taxis, at least for the public transportation, it is not a bad thing to have remote backup workers, at least for the slow speeds as they suggested. But at that point, just like go ahead and drive your cars more to maybe train your AI better, and always be transparent about it. Don't tell me lies. That is giving me trust issues about your company. So what do you think about it? Do you think the self-driving taxis are going to arrive worldwide? Do you think they should have remote drivers for these kinds of emergencies? Are you ever going to use a self-driving car? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you liked the video, please subscribe, and thank you for listening.